We have so much going on in the world of AI right now with OpenAI's recent announcements. We have the GPTs that we can create. Between those and the prompt layering I've been doing inside of Playground with my presets, things are looking awesome. It's becoming just quicker and quicker to get a story outlined. So that's what I'm going to show you today is what I've been playing around with Playground using my prompt layering and then the GPTs I've been working on. So I'm going to come over here. We are going to do, let's go with one couple. So I'm going to use the one that I use for my Sudowrite book. Prompt, keep things easy. My message will be a female mafia boss is captured, held prisoner by a male rival mafia boss. And then enemies to lovers, dark mafia romance novel with a heavy focus on the main characters being enemies. And then this is the first of two books in this series. I'm just going to go over here. I'm just reading through right here, see what other elements I want to add. I'm just going to keep it simple because I'm just liking the focus on dark mafia romance. But I could, and I have done before, is doing like romance fantasy. You could do romance thriller, things like that. Creatively blends element of the mafia and again enemies to lovers. And just to make sure I did the right one, yeah, I'm doing the one couple. And I'm just going to go with this output. I'm not going to do any editing or anything. Again, I am just trying to show you what I've been playing around with. So it gives us our series concept and the series development. And we have an FBI agent infiltrating things. I like that. Okay, this looks good. I'm just going to copy all of this because again, I am just trying to show y'all everything. We're not going to do any perfecting today. So I have the initial premise concept. Now I want to go to, you know what? I want to make it dark. Let's darkify it. Right? I'm just going to copy that output here. And submit that and let the dark experts take over. This code, we're just going to continue it a couple of times because what these experts do is they go through various portions of it. So now they're on the setting, working on the protagonist, and they go to the other main character. And one more time. So that is good enough. I am just going to copy this real quick into a document so I have it all at once. So we're going to take this. in each one of these outputs. Now, if I had the time or was taking the time to edit during this portion, of course, I would edit and be combining everything, making sure it was all the way I wanted it to be. I lost my place. Sorry about that. So again, I would edit all these, make sure I liked things, change up anything I didn't like, add in any extra elements that I wanted. This way I have the dark expert that had the initial brainstorming. Now I'm going to move into my romantic experts. And so this is what I've been playing with, just layering in my prompts. I have different ones. I have them, for the fantasy worlds, my fantasy world builder. So if this was a fantasy, I could then go into doing my magical systems, my world building. Next, I will actually do the snowflake method. All right, I'm just going to copy this in now. And I would normally have this in my Notion, but this was quicker to grab. Let's go to the snowflake. And snowflake is just my preferred method. I started using this back when I started writing. It was the only one I could actually stick with, and I still didn't do everything with all the steps. I only did like 3 or 4 steps, but it helped more than any other method that I tried. I love the snowflake method. I have my prompts in for the snowflake method and my all of my details that it's given me so far. And I'm just going to click to submit. It's doing pretty well. And I'm not going to do it now. I'm just making a short video here. But for my next prompt, I could actually ask it to expand on all of these. I like to do it one at a time. So I think it's finished. So I would actually come into my next one. I might have it expand on the 1 paragraph summary. I usually leave that one as it is, but I do like to expand on the character summaries and the full page synopsis and everything else, especially the scene by scenes. So again, I could just ask for that. Another thing I've been playing around with is in the GPTs, and I think everybody's having fun with this. And my new favorite is, let's go with trying this one. So I have my Twister one. This one's actually still a work in progress, I think. I'm not quite happy with it. It works, but I'm not happy with it. We're going to use the same story. Let's try something different. You know how to do this. If you know how to do it in Playground, you know how to do it in ChatGPT. So let's actually just take all of this output. And we're going to input this into here. And this is one of my writing assistant GPTs. So everything looks good. Of course, obviously, I didn't actually read it. I'm just going to say, yeah, everything looks good. Give me possible twist for the novel. I want to say, give me my genre for this dark mafia romance novel. And of course, I could actually have given it that command right away. It'll start doing some twists. I'm just going to let that go through and then show y'all my new favorite one, which we actually just created in the hot and spicy hour a while ago, or at the end of it, I believe. We hung around playing with that. All right, so like I said, this one's still a work in progress. Yes, it gives some tips, but it's the normal chat GPT stuff. Very on the surface and not dark like I like to go. And of course, they're always trying to change everybody. They don't want them, ChatGPT doesn't want them to be a mafia member anymore. Same with all the AIs. So I have that information still copied. So I'm going to go to this one, copy all that information from our playground. And let's see what it gives us. All right, so it's just going to help add layers of cynicism and wit. Dance with Shadows, the kind of title that promises more backstabbing than a high school prom. Sparking a Game of Thrones-esque power struggle. Let's see. I'm just looking, glancing through. That notorious rival boss who's as enigmatic as a cat in a dark alley. I love this one. I just really do. I could see this being my go-to GPT. There's more tension here than a family Thanksgiving dinner. Showing weakness is about as wise as a screen door on a submarine. So this one was created mostly for character dialogue. So I'm going to test this out right here, and y'all can see if it's a fail or not. Give me an example conversation to show how the dialogue would go between the characters. Right, she finds herself unexpectedly sharing a late night drink with Dante in his study. I must say, your hospitality is as warm as a Chicago winter. I like his. I do. Sipping my whiskey instead of plotting your grand escape. Does the pitchfork come as standard issue, or is that an upgrade? So I'm really, really liking this. Awesome. Thumbs that up. And I'm going to tell it. It was actually funny. Right. And that is it. Again, just a quick video to show y'all what I've been playing around with. There's so many, there's so much potential with the new GPTs. And of course, with layering my prompts in Playground, I could actually make these into GPTs as well. I don't know if I will do that. Maybe. We'll see. Again, since I like to go so dark, ChatGPT likes to trigger on me a lot, so that's why I use Playground. All right. That is it. I hope y'all are having fun creating some GPTs, and I look forward to seeing y'all again.